fellow Nigerians, it has become imperative to address us about the recent protest, which is the End Bad Governance 2024 protest. But my main concern right now has to do with number one, the silence of the president in the face of all of this. This is proof that he has no intention to change the status quo. This is proof that the president does not care about him representing us or not. He doesn't care what the people think. So he is ruling over us, he is not leading over us. So I want to let all Nigerians know that maybe it has become more apparent than ever that this is not a democracy. Clearly and clearly so, it is no longer a democracy. Because democracy, by definition, is power to the people, for the people, and by the people. And the people are complaining. The people are protesting that they are not being carried along. The people are protesting that they are being neglected and they are being sacrificed on the whims of the outlandish desire of the political elite. And the political elite have shown themselves to be insensitive and unconscionable to the plight of the people. This is obvious. If you see the communique of government officials, I just talked about the IGP and the things he said. I was watching the TV yesterday, and the chief of defense staff was making subtle threats to the protesters. He began to make it seem like the protesters are the enemy. He considered them the enemy. And you know that's how military men think. When they just identify you as the enemy, then the next thing is to deal with the enemy. He's made it an us versus them kind of scenario. We are winning against them. That's what he said. We are winning. What are you winning? Because you have ignored our demands. So you feel that the tempo is going down. It's going down. It's not, the tempo is not even going down. It's just because we have refused to be violent. We are peace-loving people. We are just saying that there's a lot of hunger, there's a lot of problems that the government has neglected, and we are bringing it to attention that these demands must be met. That's all we are saying. We are not your enemies. We are your brothers and your sisters. The reason why you are so disconnected from the people is because of the atrocities and the corruption that has gone on in government that have made you so fat that you now see yourself as a little king. The chief of defense staff, I'm here to tell you that you're a coward. You're a big coward. A big black coward. That's what you are. I'm bold to tell you this because I'm not a coward like you. When it comes to bandits and terrorists, you don't have voice. When was the last time you addressed terrorists? When was the last time? And you don't just address, you carried out your threat. When was the last time? When was the last time you were bold and aggressive towards terrorists that have been ravaging their country? When was the last time? How have been the effect? Till today, people are being kidnapped by Boko Haram. Till today, the Boko Haram have been technically defeated how many times? Till today, in Niger State, there are no Boko Haram locations. Till today. And one of those bandits was even out on video claiming that a former governor who is currently a minister in this government is their sponsor. And nothing has been done. Chief of Defense, have you done anything on that information? And that's the problem. But when it comes to unarmed citizens, you've become very, very bold. You cannot threaten us. You're a coward because you refuse to fight the real enemies. And you chose unarmed people as your enemies. It's like a man who cannot deal with the battles outside, but will come inside and abuse his wife and his children, people he had sworn and he's obligated to protect. Chief of Defense Staff, the army, the Nigerian army, is obligated to protect these innocent citizens. We can never be your enemy. We are the people you are to protect. We are your responsibilities. We are your employers. You're a coward. And that's to all the Nigerian military out there. You are threatening us that you enter into this matter, which means what you are trying to threaten is that you want to a repeat of EndSARS. EndSARS was a shame on the Nigerian military. Nigerian military, I say shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on every one of you wearing that uniform for that EndSARS and what you're threatening to do. Shame on you. Protesters were sitting at the toll gate waving their flags. We have the video. The court has proven it. The EndSARS committee or whatever that was to oversee the investigation, it was still proven. All the evidences prove that the Nigerian military came in and shot at unarmed young Nigerian youth, waving the Nigerian flag and singing the national anthem. Your patriotism for the country did not let you hold back. You follow the orders of madmen, including the current president that you have here, and you shot live ammunition at Nigerian youths, killing them on the spot. And then you had the audacity to take their dead body and pretend that they did not die. You forgot that this is a media age where everything is revealed. You cannot hide. Nothing is hidden. You forgot that. You are cowards. Where is all of that bravado when it comes to fighting Boko Haram? We see videos of Boko Haram killing you guys anyhow, killing you like chicken. But it's not Boko Haram that even went to a barrack, sacked the barrack and killed military officers inside. You are cowards. Cowards. That's why we have been losing this war against terrorism, because of cowards like you. Out of fear, some of you have negotiated with Boko Haram and sold your soul to the devil, including the generals out there. You're cowards. I know out of your cowardice you will come for me. That's what you can do. Because anybody that tells you people the truth, you will come and arrest them. You see, the reason why I'm protesting and why I cannot keep quiet, I'm here now as the office of the Nigerian citizens. This is the highest office in Nigeria. And I'm addressing you without fear, boldly. Because I have a 4-year-old child, 4-year-old girl, and a 3-month-old boy. I just thought about this. If I do not fight for my country today, my children will grow up and start going on the street protesting for good governance. God forbid. Who knows, the children of new evil politicians now that will be ruling by that time. Or maybe it's even some of you that will still be alive near your deathbed and yet oppressing the nation. Not again. Not again. Not again. So I'm giving out this warning. That's the word. Because we're no more singing love song to the oppressors. No. We're not. We've seen that we must take this a notch higher. The Nigerian military must not enter into this matter. Go to the territories, go to our boundaries and secure our territories. Go and identify your real enemies and deal with them. Prove your strength, prove your courage there. Prove your courage by attacking these terrorists and the insurgents. Number 2 warning I'm giving is to the police, especially the IGP. The warning is very, very specific. Stop using live ammunition to control protesters. Is it that you have exhausted every other avenue for whatever reason you want to do? Have you exhausted every other avenue? What about rubber bullets? What about water cannon? If that is for protesters that have gone unruly, that are now destroyed, because no matter what, we want to protest, but we don't want to destroy properties. We are not involved in such things. Any protester that is destroying properties by law should be arrested and taken through the due course of the law. And if we are there, if I'm there, I will not allow such protesters to go free. They must be held accountable. We, the citizens, are also held accountable to the law, as you are. But you know what? Also, you should be held accountable. You have no right to chase protesters from any location they are because of whatever you perceive. You have no right at all. That kangaroo court order people went to get, forcing the protesters to be in a particular location, is the reason why we are protesting. That is bad governance. How can a court disobey the clear constitution, clear written constitution? You did not invite the council of the people for to deliberate. You just got a court injunction that did not hear both sides. Even the court must hear the two sides. That's why the symbol of the court has a weighing balance. You did not consider both sides, and you are giving a court injunction. We need to see the names of those judges that gave those court injunctions. They need to be tried. This is the problem we are having. That is kangaroo court thing, and this is mostly championed by Nyesom Wike. He has destroyed the judiciary completely with his corruption. That's a kangaroo court order. How do you just go to the court and get an injunction commanding the people when where was the representation to bring a negative argument to it? Where is the balance of the law in it? That's a kangaroo court order. If the government wants the people to obey court order, even if it's a kangaroo one, the government must first set the example by obeying court orders that have been laid aside for so long. Nnamdi Kanu is still in prison. Federal High Court has given an order for his release and he's yet to be released. ECOWAS has given an order for his release and he's yet to be released. Dear federal government, if you do not obey court order, why do you not think we should obey the court order? If you are now above the law, then we too we are above the law. You are not the owner of the law. You are not more Nigeria than we are. You are not. So we are disregarding every of those court order. You have no right. You have no right. You have no legality. That is criminal. You have no legality to confine any protester to any particular location. You have no. We have freedom of assembly and freedom of speech. We are allowed to say what we want to say. We are protected by the law, by the constitution. The constitution is above all of you. And dear President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, if you refuse to address the people, you are making things worse for you. Your confidence is in the kangaroo. I like using the word kangaroo because that's the best way I can describe it. That kangaroo electoral law that Buhari passed, that deceived all of us. Even better minds, I'm surprised that they were deceived. I didn't look at that law until much later. You will amend. I'm calling on the senators in the National Assembly to amend the electoral law to include electronic voting immediately. Every senator, both from opposition and APC, all of you must pass that law for electronic voting. See, that is the key demand that must be passed in this whole protesting, because bad governance is to allow the people to choose. So Bola Ahmed Tinubu, if your confidence is that you will rig the election as you did in the previous one, and you're not having the bonus to tell us to wait until 4 years so we can change you, no, it's not going to happen that way. You will not bribe or change law. You see, the problem you have peaceful opposition before. Now your opposition is no more the parties that are contesting with you. Your opposition is the people. The people are against you. Every single person is against you. So I challenge you right now to address the people on Monday or before Monday and settle all of these things. If you do not do that, God bless. I want to commend the commissioner of police, Lagos State. Yes, he has shown he's the man. We commend him, but we are warning him again. As we are commending, we are warning him that he should not in any way attack the protesters at the new location that they are going to. We have promised that we're going to be peaceful. We are not going to allow Lausa to burn anything. We are not going to burn anything. We are not going to destroy nothing. We are insisting that our demands will be heard. We have been here protesting for 3 days and nobody has responded to us. Nobody has come to address us. Commission of Police, you are not going to address us. We didn't vote you. Let the people who represent government, and I'm talking about the highest echelon, Governor Sanwo-Olu is in the fit to address us and to relay our concerns to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. If these things are not done, we will protest, and peacefully we would, but there will be no official activity in Alausa. This is what we are saying. So, dear Commissioner of Police, you have done well so far, and I must commend you. We are happy with your attitude and character in all of this. We understand your concern and your issues, and we follow them. We agree with them, but we must protest for our right. So apologies in advance, because I know you are not happy. I know you are planning what to do in our decision, but you must not shoot any of us. Do not shoot any protester. Do not shoot any protester. No man's life must be lost in this protest, especially in Lagos. Thank you very much. God bless you. God bless Nigeria. God bless, let me put it well. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless the ordinary citizens protesting out there. May God keep us and preserve us.